So,
well, I'll tell you what the biggest event movie-wise was for me in the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's an older movie
Mm-hmm.
that I had never seen. I finally got it and sat down and watched it.
Uh-huh.
And I was stunned. But pretty much, it's accepted as one or two best music documentaries ever. And it's Gimme Shelter, which I'd never seen.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, you've never seen it, huh?
No, and what's great about it is that I imagine them putting this whole thing together, the Maisels.
Mm-hmm.
So they're putting it together and they're thinking, okay, the Stones hired us to make a music documentary, follow them on the road and all that kind of stuff. And of course they don't know the events that will culminate in the death at that one outdoor concert in San Francisco. So, but once they had that, they knew that was their movie. And so what was ingenious about their approach is instead of having the typical concert footage interspersed with, hanging out with the band backstage and on the road and getting a sense of who they are, it cuts to them watching that footage in the cutting room.
In the editing room.
Yeah, and they're just kind of slack-jawed reactions to it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That was
with
riveting.
The fact that, the movie even ends with that incredibly chilling kind of still frame of Mick Jagger kind of looking straight into the camera.
Actually, I thought that the movie should have ended with that.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't. It goes on to show all the people leaving the event. I thought that would have been a really superior ending, that one shot. But what it gives the movie is it lends it this kind of sense of impending doom.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so unique for a music documentary. And it almost, towards the end, it plays like a thriller.
It does.
As silly as that sounds. And I was really amazed by it. I think it's considered the best concert film because it's so much more than a concert film. If you want to see pure performance from top to bottom, particularly with the Stones, the Scorsese is very good. But this transcends that genre, genre, in a big way.
Yeah, it does. It does. If you think back on the history of the Stones on film, there are literally probably about 30 performance documentaries out there. Hal Ashby made one.
Yeah.
If you remember that, didn't he do one?
Let's Spend the Night Together.
Yeah. Let's Spend the Night Together, but there's been so many others. All from the 60s all the way.
You know what's funny
up.
though, and of course they're featured in all kinds of documentaries. They're prominently featured in the last one on James Brown from Alex Gibney. Mm. But what's funny is Mick Jagger always wanted to make documentaries about the band, and the rest of the band just weren't into it at all. They were like, we just want to play. Get the damn cameras out of our face. But Mick Jagger.
Yeah, I don't know the history behind him, like say bringing in Jean-Luc Godard for those Sympathy for the Devil. Sessions. But I assume that's a Mick Jagger thing that absolutely nobody looks very happy about it in that movie. But which
brought up another point, because I started looking up interviews with Maisels, and I was trying to look up why, what was their reaction to the fact that the movie turned out to be about that? Because they had to have known, if we don't make the movie about that, it's kind of beside the point. It's kind of intentionally avoiding it.
Yeah.
They had to have known that there was a need for the public to see that. Mm-hmm. But I wonder how kind of disheartened they were that the legacy of that film, which has lasted as long as it has, nearly a half century now. I wonder how disappointed they are that was
Well, you should try it. We should try and get Albert Maysles on the show. He's still around, and he's probably pretty easy to get a hold of. So, and he would probably do an interview with us if we asked.
I'll get working on that.
Okay. Yeah. All right, I will.